we declare our rank on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Controversial black leader in American history returns from a pilgrimage to Mecca.
Well, I'm a Muslim. Islam is my religion, and it's my intention to try and spread Orthodox Islam among the Afro-American community and people, period, in this country, because I think it's the only thing that creates brotherhood.
Do you feel that your message, apparent message of love that you brought back from Islam is the real reason they're after you, because you're not hating as hard as they want you to?
Well, I never did hate anybody hard.
I never hated anybody hard. These few words in the mouth of Malcolm X have the effect of a bombshell. The American press prepares their biggest headlines. The priest of black pride no longer hates the white folks. And yet he has plenty of reasons to hate American society.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'm Ted King of Mouthpiece Sport and King by the King Media TV. And we're going to talk a little bit about the great Malcolm X. And here we have next to us, Mr. Amir. How you doing, Mr. Amir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very good, very good. We decided to do this topic. Of course, we got Black History Month going on today, and I thought that we would do a little dive into Malcolm X, and the topic is what killed Malcolm X, a prince of black pride or of world peace? Is this the last bright light? So, well, I know that I'm looking for the expert in Malcolm X, and I think I found it in you, sir. So what do you think?
No, man, that's a lot of pressure on me.
No, don't take it as pressure. It's just that I thought maybe that you might, of course, I know a little bit about Malcolm X myself, and we're going to do a little talk about, in fact, what, well, let's put it this way. There's a thing where Malcolm X is saying that he thinks that his adversaries are coming from Washington, and that's probably more accurate than not, in my opinion, because J. Edgar Hoover, it's been said that he was instrumental in that situation. So let's go to a video. Let's take a look at it. We're going to let some of the historians about the events that took place have reported. So let's go here and take a look at this video. And we will see what we find. And we have, of course, we have Miss Nicole. How are you doing, Nicole?
Hey,
how's
guys.
everything?
I'm good. How you?
Good. Yeah, we're doing fantastic. We have a little topic today. A little bit of Black history, I guess.
What up, Nico?
What's up, Amir?
Yeah, we decided to talk about the great Malcolm X. And so
How this topic come about?
Oh, it just came about just because it's Black History Month, and
Oh yeah.
I decided to go ahead and do a little dive in what some of these.
Yeah, who do you think killed Malcolm X though?
Are you talking about me? Talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, I believe that a question. There was okay. So let me put it this way. Okay, I'm going to be very clear in this. So, I'm going to say that during the Hoover administration, as far as being the FBI director, he was coming after who he considered the Messiah, the Black Messiah. So this is what he was looking for. He was looking at the looking for the Black Messiah, and so he was killing off leaders because of it. So that's basically what's been reported. And we're going to go to a video, and we're going to take a look at this video real quick, and we're going to, see what historians have determined based on this alleged, or actually, some people say it's substantiated, plot to kill Black leaders because they were looking for the Black Messiah, as they call it. And we'll take a look at this real quick here.
Or doing things that seemed like you were going to kill him or something like that, they hoped that he would snap.
Malcolm X is now a wanted man. In August '64, 7 months before his death, during a visit to Cairo for an OAU summit meeting, he is the victim of an attempted murder.
His life is in danger. He's seeking allies. He's trying to stay alive. People are trying to kill him. He's poisoned in Cairo, sitting at the table of Abdel Nasser, for God's sake.
People say to create a division between African Americans and Islamic countries, right? They never find the waiter who brought him this food, and later account was that he had poison in him to kill 10 men. He survived it, but he was definitely weakened.
Whoever may have been behind this bizarre murder attempt is still a mystery. It is hard to imagine that the Nation of Islam could have set up such an operation so far from home.
Yeah, so basically they're saying that the sophistication of this attempted murder of Malcolm X was beyond what the Nation of Islam could do. So there is a question as to this sophistication in terms of how he's been sought after and how he's been attempted assassination. And as we all know, it was and the assassination was Black people, black folks were involved in the assassination plot, but they still think that and then also years later we know that there was some question as to who in fact was the people who did it in America. So
yeah, the killer that went to prison was exonerated.
Exactly.
A few years back, yeah.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. See, so we know that Malcolm essentially was he was a mouthpiece for Elijah Muhammad, but he was very bright. And so let's take a look at this one excerpt when he's asked the question if he hates white people.
Minister X, you have described the Muslim movement as a religious organization, and you've said that there are a great many misconceptions about your attitudes and stated views. Could we press for a very simple answer to one question? Do you hate all white people?
I don't think it's a fair question. The white man doesn't even come into my attitude. Mr. Muhammad teaches us to love our own kind and let the white man take care of himself. For a white man today, sir, after kidnapping millions of black people from Africa, stripping them of all human characteristics and relegating them to the role of chattel or cattle or animals, commodity, merchandise that could be bought and sold at will, and then 100 years since the Emancipation Proclamation, using every type of deceptive method to further us into slavery, called second-class citizenship, I think that it would take a whole lot of nerve for white people today to ask Negroes, do they hate them? Okay.
Now, these kind of comments were brilliant, how he was able to navigate that question and actually make the individual think about what kind of question was that to ask a black person. And, he was absolutely fantastic with his oratorial skills, was just off the chart. But let's take a look at this, situation where he is realizing that he is actually being sought after in these different countries.
As Malcolm X steps off the plane, he is refused entry into France. Were the French subjected to external pressures? Were they informed of an impending attack and hoped to avoid it taking place in Paris? Or did the prefect of police, Maurice Papon, simply frown upon the arrival of an African-American agitator? In any case, the event raises a great deal of controversy and continues to fuel no end of conjecture concerning Malcolm X's assassination.
When he came back to the United States, several of us met him at the airport, at Kennedy Airport. And in riding back to the city with him in the car, he said something very strange. He said, I've come to realize that I made a mistake. I found recently that my troubles are not from Chicago. And so we said to him, well, where are these problems coming from? And he pointed down south. He said, from Washington.
I saw him for the last time. I was in near tears. And he told me to leave the country because you didn't know who you could trust. He was tremendously emotionally impacted by the government's plan to destroy our leaders.
A plan to destroy black leaders? Since the split with the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X makes numerous declarations and gestures suggesting a more open attitude towards other political forces. In so doing, he moves closer to his former sworn enemy, Martin Luther King.
The coming together of Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm.
There's this situation with these, because the question is in the title of this is, is he the last bright light? Of course, he was assassinated before Martin Luther King was. But is this the problem in terms of how no black leaders have emerged in the struggle since these assassinations? Because listen, this is what Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, and there haven't been no prominent leadership since then. I mean, Malcolm X was of course assassinated before King. So with this government, because we have there's one of Donald Trump's folks, being in front of the Senate as a Cash Patel going through to be FBI director, right? So you have to kind of look at these events, what's going on here, because they also talk quite extensively in these videos about the reason why Malcolm X was so impactful was because he liberated black folks. He was talking about, that, white man is just a man, just like anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody talks like that.
Yeah, nobody
Everybody
talks.
thinks white people are superior.
Correct.
Who talk
Absolutely.
now, they speak on white superiority and white privilege. And
Mhm.
I mean, black people ain't trying to hear that no more.
Yeah, right.
We're not
Well,
all white people. So
right.
you should be dealing with that.
Right. Well, this is what definitely um, is, something that needs to be addressed as to how things are being taken care
We
of.
don't have no black leaders, no black speakers.
Independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we don't hear too much today. We don't hear that that type of understanding where we come together and understand that we have to definitely put forth a better effort in terms of what we do and how we feel about one another. So that's my take on that. So it's nothing, basically what I'm saying is nothing controversial, but it's just a real life. It's just the actual true nature of what everybody else does for each other. And I think that it's kind of sad to see. I see young black men. I don't know what they're going to do, to tell you the truth, because they have no direction. They have no understanding. They don't look at these historical events. And so, yeah, that's kind of disturbing, from my perspective. So,
It's definitely disturbing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So whose fault is it?
Well, it's not. It's we got to take responsibility. Your people have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility of
For ourselves.
For ourselves, without question. Yeah,
The older got to lead the younger people, and that ain't happening.
Well, that's true for the most part. And then there's also the issue of like, for example, it used to be an older person can tell you something. Mm-hmm. These days, if you ain't you ain't driving a brand new car and this, that, and the other, they think, okay, you might not know what he's talking about. For whatever reason, it seems as though a person needs to have something to be able to, have credibility in terms of what they say and what they do. And I'm not saying that that's in all cases, but I was on the light rail today. Actually, I wasn't on the light rail at the time. I was by the light rail, and a young lady said, well, she was an older woman. She probably closer to 50. But she said that she had to give some compliments to a couple of young, youthful black young men because they were so respectful, And she said that's what's missing in these young folks today. That and of course, we have to also give some kind of response, some blame on black men, older black men want to act like young black men.
Ding, 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 ding. And older black women want to act like young black women. I mean, like act younger than their age.
True.
That's the problem. Nobody's leading. So if everybody's trying to act like a youngster, who's in charge?
That's true. That's absolutely correct. And but these things are things that we need to take a look at and revisit as far as moving forward. Because hey, listen, I'm of the belief that we're under attack, and yeah, we should keep it real. I believe we're under attack, and
Under attack how?
well, we've been under attack for a long time because what they've been doing is slowly eroding what has been built over since the '60s. They've been chipping away at all this things that have been put in place, and a lot of these civil rights things benefited, for example, white women.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Don't even benefit black people, but we be struggling to save the white people.
Right.
We never fight to save ourselves, really. All our fights are white people, transgenders, and gays.
Yeah, well, what happens is during our struggle, people jump on the bandwagon.
And we let them. And we let them. We start fighting their fight. Now we're fighting for gay rights and transgender rights instead of, what black people should be owed. We done forgot about reparations, I guess.
Well, that's definitely not been forgotten about, but definitely want to be pushed on the back burner, way on the back burner.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's really simple. To be honest with you, these people with this money and position, you have to boycott them. You can't. You have to take away what they're. For example, these like Tesla. You got to stop buying Teslas. If you think about buying a Tesla, don't buy it. And so, and likewise, anything else has to do with businesses that are supporting this cray stuff. And you have to stop supporting.
But it depends on what support you're talking about. Not supporting what you're talking about, supporting and not supporting. It depends on what you're supporting, what you're against.
Well, let's say, for example, we know Musk is down there doing whatever he's doing, and we know that he's also the pseudo president because he's he's the one who spent all that money getting Donald Trump in office. And oh, by the way, he wants a return on his investment. So let's not forget that they got an agenda. This what is it? Project 2025. What is that thing called?
I don't know what's in it.
Well, I don't know what's in it. I'm trying to figure out what it's called. And so we don't know.
Oh, what's in it?
Yeah, well,
what is in it, Nicole?
Huh?
What is in it?
I don't think she don't know what's in it.
Nobody ever says what's in it. They just say
they
2025.
They just say it's the boogeyman.
Yeah, right. Well, they go
whatever's
in it. They can amend it. Whatever's in it, they can change.
We don't even know what's in it. So how do we know we want it changed?
No, them, not us. I'm talking about.
But we don't know what's in it. So why do we know if we want it changed? If
not us.
They just want to. They want to go back to leaving
I'm saying I'm not saying it doesn't matter if you're saying us or them. I'm just saying if we or they don't know what's in Project 2025, how do we know we want it changed?
We don't want it at all.
Yeah, right.
How do we know that we don't want it?
If we don't know what's in it, how do we know what we're talking about?
Okay, so
they're just basically talking about reducing the government, making the small government, putting the people back in charge. Small government, low taxes, us theoretically.
Oh.
Oh.
Right. It's the same thing that the Republicans been pushing for a long time, and on the surface, it seems harmless.
Correct. On the surface, it seems harmless. Right? When we start getting down to being able to stop your benefits, whatever benefits you may have. Like, for example, a person that's not 62 years old, they have to keep working, and they don't get any benefits until after they hit a certain age. Well, let's say, for example, they're just right there. They're 61 in 364 days. And all of a sudden they say, no more Social Security. We're stopping that.
Nobody's stopping Social Security.
They're talking about it. Okay, so that's
nobody's even talking about stopping.
Yes, they are too. Yes, they are too. No. Yes, they are. Yes, they're talking about stopping Social Security.
They've been talking about it for 100 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
Show me a clip. Where is it?
You want to see a clip? You want to see a clip where they're trying to stop Social Security?
There's a lot of talk, but
no,
we're not going to talk about
nothing
that's real.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to show one.
Nobody's stopping Social Security. Nobody's even worried about that.
Okay,
what are we really worried about?
Well,
that's a great question. We don't know. I'm not worried about nothing, so I haven't delved into it. But if I did, I probably wouldn't find anything. Well, but it's a lot of words in that Project 25.
Yeah, but Project 25 is not even. I'm ready for some changes. I don't care. I'm ready for some changes.
What kind of changes?
Get rid of the IRS. I'm ready to get rid of the Department of Education. Public education has not suited anybody who's been in it since it started, probably since the last 50 years. So that definitely needs to be changed. I don't know what's in Project 2025. I just know a lot of people throw around the title Project 2025, but I'm okay with some changes being done, because the way that things have been, and I mean since I was a kid, things have not changed, and things need to change. The school system.
What do they though?
Yes. You don't think so? I had a problem with the school system with my kids in it. So I was always looking to get them in different programs than was just in the regular public school. I was always looking for more, because I'm not happy with the education system. Just our statistics, the kids can't read. Almost all of them are below their reading level. So, I mean, yeah, things need to change. Just the way that the schools are set up, with 30 kids.
But isn't it set up perfectly though? Isn't it a well-oiled machine though?
You would think so. But your kid is in school, right?
No, I'm saying that it's working the way I'm saying it's working perfectly the way it was designed to work. So it's not broken. Yeah.
True that. It is working the way it is designed to work, because it is designed to keep us dumbed down and to keep us not creative, right? So the kids got to sit in the chair and just listen to blah 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 Charlie Brown's teacher, and not understand anything, and not take in anything, and not know anything, and go through 12 years of this and still not be able to get a job when they get out.
Yeah, it's the school to prison pipeline, something like that.
Yeah, that needs to change. Yeah.
But does it though?
Amir.
Well, yeah, I'm getting at. It's like it's not going to change as long as we subscribe to that to their way. They're going to keep running it the way that it's been working for them.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing to do is to completely disengage, but that's borderline illegal.
Well, let me ask you a question as far as the disengage part. That's like saying you're not even going to do anything. Is that what you mean by just, hey, let's not even worry about it?
No. I'm saying we can't play their game.
You can't not play their game.
You got to do what Umar was acting like he was doing.
What?
Yeah, got to educate our own and all that stuff. But we've had our moments throughout the decades, and they always They always corrected that, you know.
What you mean?
Well, 1921, that was a great year. My grandma was born that year.
Yep.
We had Black Wall Street, you know, in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yep.
And if that was $1 trillion, if you convert it to today's world, that would have parlayed us into freedom from the system, you know.
That's true. You're right.
That was trillions of dollars worth of damage they did. And they had to do that because the system wouldn't work if they didn't do that.
Okay.
That was the first time they used military weapons domestically. They were dropping bombs in Tulsa.
Yeah.
And that happened dozens of times. If you look into all these lakes that you see, most of them are black cities that are underground now. A lot of these
they run freeways through people's black neighborhoods, etc. You know, yeah.
They do that too.
Yeah.
That's a part of the redlining. That's why we get inferior education, because we got redlined, you know. There was
everything.
Right.
Yeah, you know, with the system, the schools get funded by the taxes, by housing taxes. So when you have schools in impoverished areas, we're gonna naturally get inferior schooling. That's a
good point. Let's look at this real quick about this latest Social Security stuff going on. Okay.
Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So President Trump just issued a new warning for Social Security, which is creating a little bit of confusion among Americans receiving Social Security benefits. Plus, Trump also said that he wants to make a big change for Social Security, which would help a lot of people, at least for now. It would involve an increase for beneficiaries receiving Social Security, at least 50% of them. But could it come with a big cost to retirees? Later down the line, we are going to be covering that as well. But before we go ahead and dive into for today, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a...
Okay, so that's what he was talking about. He was saying that, of course, there's some changes being made, and that there may be benefits for a person like that's already getting benefits, but what about somebody, you know, that's in their 50s or 40s, you know? And so that's what he was talking about. We didn't actually go into, complete what he was saying, but basically that's where his narrative began. That there's some things going on with Social Security. And this is recently, and of course he heard him say Donald Trump, what he's about to do. So, you know, all these things are going on, and of course people, you know, they may be paying attention to it, but they may not be paying attention to it. Of course, you know, I'm getting a little Social Security, so, you know, if they give me a little bit more, but they might be giving me more, but saying, you know what, we're going to stop the Social Security for these other people, you know, coming up, you know, in the next 10 years or whatever. And again, I don't know what was, you know, what the whole video was. I just looked at it, just, you know, decided to, you know, fact check and see what was going on. And something that's going on with Social Security. That's it, you know. So, but yeah. So, you know.
Who killed Malcolm?
There you go. Who killed Malcolm? That's exactly what I was about to say. Who killed Malcolm?
Yeah, I know. It was a nation. It was a Nation of Islam. They put a hit out on him. It was well documented.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You know, Nation of Islam put a hit out.
You know why? You guys know why? Are you familiar, Nicole?
About him saying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was having babies? Is that what you're talking about?
Right. He done ruffled the feathers, and he had to get. There was a speech where he said, "Oh, I'm a dead man already," you know.
Yeah, right. I remember that. Yeah, right. He said that. Yeah, you know, he was a dead man. You know, he had spoke on that previously. But I mean,
Farrakhan took credit for it too. years
Why don't we
later.
have another Malcolm, though? Why didn't Farrakhan become Malcolm?
Because Farrakhan lived. That's why.
Yeah, he's still living.
Yeah, he's still living, but while Malcolm was living, he could, he rallied up some people to make some changes. Farrakhan got the whole nation behind him, but what's he doing with it?
Because the nation is corrupt AF.
Yeah.
Okay.
The nation ain't nothing. Fuck the nation.
Well, I tell you, Mr. Amir is something else, right? Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I mean that, all that, with these, let's keep it real. It's gonna always be some kind of conflict amongst whomever, and that's the reason why you can appreciate certain. I'm not gonna go into who I'm talking about, but some folks seem to have a little understanding of, it's not meism, but it's weism, and so that's refreshing to know that could happen throughout the world, and especially here where we live, United States of America. But of course, that may not happen because of the structure, the way the structure is in the hierarchy structure, how it's set up today, and but there's several people that say that this is going to change. As a matter of fact, I had some more things to show where there's people that are saying just exactly how things are set up, and that it will be overthrown. And I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be overthrown, but this is what they're saying, that especially when it comes to people that look like you and I, that things will be definitely change in our favor. And I want to just talk about, start this conversation with a leader that, without question, was very dynamic in his approach to getting the ear and the eye of the people, as far as them saying, yeah, you know what, we need to start taking care of each other and doing a better job at it as well. At the same time, according to Mr. Amir, it was a hit, and the hit came out of the Nation of Islam. Now, me, with my analytical mind, think, okay, does that make sense that the Nation of Islam would do that, knowing that now there will be, as Mr. Amir say, AF? They were, looked at as, okay, forget about the nation, because that's what they'll do to their people. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's the one thing about this whole situation, because Malcolm said something political, and the political thing that he said was, he said about John F. Kennedy when he got assassinated. Roosters come home to roost. And that ired Elijah Muhammad, because he made a political statement. And so
he cleared that up, though. He cleared that up.
Okay.
They said that it was that. He said no, it wasn't because of that. It was because Muhammad's son had put him on some information, and then he called it out.
Okay.
So it had nothing to do with him saying that the chickens came home to roost.
Well,
that went along with the narrative that he was already saying.
Well, I mean, again, we have a lot of different dialogue as to what people are, have said and what actually happened and why it happened. But the one thing we know for a fact is that Malcolm said that what was going on with him was beyond the nation. Okay, too sophisticated for what the nation, because he was, matter of fact, he said he was he was the captain of security or something like that. And he was saying that whatever they were doing was beyond what the nation was equipped to be able to do. That's what he said. And so, we're speaking on points of what was, of what was being said, and as to what went down, I'm going to take the side of what has definitely been reported throughout the FBI agency that J. Edgar Hoover was looking for the Black Messiah, and he started killing Black leaders. And maybe he, and again, like for example, there's a video of a person who said he worked for the FBI. He was an informant for the FBI, and he was responsible for bringing down what was his name, Hampton, Fred Hampton. FBI. I mean not FBI, but the Black Panther. Fred. What's his name? Fred. Yeah, Fred Hampton. His name is Fred Hampton. Yeah, and there was also the movie called Judith and the Black Messiah. So all these things factor in to saying, okay, the government can definitely get some Black folks working for them that would do their bidding for them, and that's what happened. That's what was reported. So there's all kinds of different theories out there. And I'm not saying that people's opinion as we speak is incorrect. So that's basically I'm just putting out.
I don't think that. I think two things can be right at the same time.
Okay, there
The
you go.
nation of Islam is in the government or in cahoots with one another. Obviously,
there you go. Perfect. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense as well. We just try to take the logical approach as to what we can.
You don't get to kill people. You don't get to kill people and get away with it unless you got some backing.
Man, you telling the truth there. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. You don't get to kill people and get away with it unless you got some very strong
in front of everybody in front of LA.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, they were in New York at the time.
Was it New York?
Yeah, it was New York. Yeah,
okay.
They were in New York at the time when Malcolm X was assassinated. So yeah, you're right. There's definitely something going on when people do that in front of a whole lot of people and nobody knows who did it. I mean, or the person who was arrested and went to jail was exonerated for the crime. So all these things are definitely factors in terms of what we can surmise as the actual truth. The only actual truth we know of is that he was assassinated and someone did it. And 16 times he was shot. So yeah, I mean, but I was we just put this out there. We want to, because we want to absolute, because for example, let's talk about the last prolific Black man that was in power. That was Barack Obama. Okay, but Barack Obama is not galvanizing, Black people. He's not galvanized. He's doing his political thing. When he every 4 years he comes out and he say, I'm going to try and get this person elected, and that's what he does. But he's not necessarily saying I'm galvanizing Black people, to be able to do certain things, to make certain things happen. Even though he was the president of the United States, he's no longer the president now, but he's still not trying to. And he got a Secret Service. So for something to happen to him, would be definite from power structure, because he's got the Secret Service around him 24/7. They haven't went away. They're not going away till he dies, So yeah. So I mean, but he's not doing anything as far as trying to put except for what he did when he was in office. He put a lot of judges in place and. As many judges as he could put in place. And of course, he positioned Biden or Hillary Clinton to be able to be the Democratic nominee. And again, he went out there and campaigned for Kamala Harris.
They should have had Michelle Obama run instead of Kamala.
Yeah, the problem with that is that she does not want to run. She doesn't want to have anything to do with politics, but she will go out there and try to support a person who's trying to, be a candidate. But she actually, over time, is her the fire that people have because when they first went into that White House, people were talking about her, and she turned everybody around. It became one of the most popular first ladies in the history of America. But she, her stepping back over time, that fire starts to fade. Even though she should have, if she was going to do something, have done it by now. Now, to me, when Kamala kept talking about love who you love, I'm thinking, okay, because the majority of folks in America are not gay. That when you look at the America totality, gay folks is a small sector of the country, and so she like Bill Clinton, he said, what did he say? He said, "Don't ask, don't tell." That's because that's how his thing was when he was addressing, the gay movement. Don't ask, don't tell. And so she should have took that approach and did like Barack Obama did when he was president, and then he ran again. He started talking about gay, gay people, get more, But he was already in office. She was the vice president. She was not the president. Play the game a little bit
The
longer.
agenda has worked for them really, really strong. So I guess she was just trying to push it.
Well, yeah, maybe so, but I guess it wasn't a push because they put Cuckoo in there. Right. They put Cuckoo in there instead of her. I mean, come on now. We got a person in there that's not necessarily normal. I mean, he got felonies and he got all this other stuff going on, and he's still getting in the White House. Ain't no telling what he's doing in there. I mean, come on now. I mean, listen, this guy got some, man, listen, this dude's in there doing whatever he wants to do. Okay. I'm telling what this guy's doing. You know what I mean? I mean, because he listen, listen, no, man got no guardrails. Man got no guardrails. He's doing whatever he want to do, putting people in place, whoever he want to put in place. Man, it's like, wow, it's like, gunfight at the OK Corral now. It's like, we doing anything we want to do. They ain't playing in there, and I mean, come on now. The dude went ahead and a riot. He was the leader of a riot. Told them folks, go down there.
Oh, January
6th. I'll be there with you. Do what you do. No problem. And that's exactly what happened. And he still get him right back in the White House. Come on now. He making backdoor deals with billionaires. Look, I'll tell you what, put this money over here. When we get in office, man, we're gonna go in that treasury. And when we get in that treasury, man, we're gonna get that money, and we're gonna filter it right back to you. Whoop, that's come on. They ain't in there running amok. Come on now. I mean, it's like, man, listen, man. Look.
Obviously, whatever he was pushing is the people wanted to hear, because the people didn't want to hear what Kamala and Biden was talking about.
Well, that's true too. I mean, you got some people that are saying like, we made a mistake. And I see people talk about, I made a mistake. I should have never voted for him. I wish I could. It's too late, a little bit too late, but that's what they're saying.
Way too late.
Yeah, way too late. Yeah, but you got these people that voted for him that don't know. Well, they're scared first of all.
Well, we know what we got the last 4 years, and the whole point is people don't want that. They want something else. So that's they voted something else.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, that's something else. I mean, yeah, you can get something else. But
something else. You got another something else?
Well, what I'm saying is, look, Nicole. I'm just saying. I mean, no, they didn't have. That's the one thing about this two-party system that they got. they got to have better people that's going to, be in place to run the country, because this right here, you got these choices, not, slim and none, and you're stuck with it, So, I mean, that's just how the system works. But I mean, yeah, I don't have too much to say. I don't have too much to say about how the system is set up. But the lesser of the two evils. Come on now, the lesser of the two evils.
I don't like that saying. The lesser of the two evils.
Oh
You
well,
guys
I mean, that's okay
think
too.
I
that
didn't vote. I didn't
the
vote.
president runs the country?
Huh?
We believe that the president runs the country?
Well, I believe this is what I believe. I believe that Donald Trump
I believe this
is
president.
able, yeah, right, exactly, is able to put things in place to where they turn a blind. Anytime they turn a blind eye at what you're doing, you got people turning the blind eye like, oh no, that didn't happen. Oh, that insurrection, it never happened. That wasn't an insurrection. That wasn't no.
I don't know if anybody turned a blind eye. People have been in jail for 2-3 years.
No, everybody didn't turn a blind eye. They had a whole bunch of people who did, and a whole bunch of people is in that White House pushing this, this agenda that's got power. Senate, Congress people. Senate. Yeah, they got control of both the House and the Senate. So, okay, I see. We don't have that many people that checking out this political type stuff. And I don't do it that much either. I got enough.
I don't know how we got into the politics. With our show is about relationships.
Exactly.
We're supposed to be doing a dating show, helping these people in
Oh,
find
you want to? Well, you know what? Here's the thing. See, but this is the thing, right? I keep asking for input and getting there. So I said, well, I guess we'll talk about this. The relationship between.
I don't have.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. This is in relations to folks of Black history, and how we're gonna relate a little bit better. How we're gonna come together and talk about certain things. Now we got another 8 minutes. We can talk about relationship all you want to, Nicole. We don't want to go in a relationship. Now you can ask me a question. About a relationship. Yes, ask me a question. Go ahead.
It's too hard to just transfer like that. That was supposed to be our topic of conversation.
Oh, okay. Well, you thinking this is what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna ask these people to don't forget to like. If you like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe to our platforms. I'm over there at King Media TV, Mouthpiece Sports, and Nicole is over there at Them Parts. And go over here and subscribe to her channel. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And like I said, comment. And let us know how we're doing over here, because we're gonna keep it going no matter what. But let us know how you feel about the content. Yeah, okay, Nicole, go ahead.
Go ahead with what?
Oh, wait a minute, hold on a second. This is what I'm going to do before we get off the air. This is what we're gonna do. Before we get off the air, this is what I want to do right here. All right, hold on a second. You're gonna like this, Nicole. Yeah, you're gonna like this.
I am.
It's gonna. Oh yeah, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this, Nicole. For sure, you're gonna like it. I guarantee you're gonna like it. Yeah, I guarantee you're gonna like this. So it's okay. Before we're gonna get off the air. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna show these people where to go, how to get there, to see Nicole. That's Nicole right there. Them parts. Go over there and subscribe to that channel. Hit that notification icon bell and hit those likes. Put them likes on that them parts. Right,
Yep.
Nicole.
Yeah.
That's Nicole right there. So yeah. So you over there to them parts and give it a like over there.
Check me out.
Yeah.
What y'all think of the Super Bowl?
It went like I thought it was gonna go. I was talking to my son, and I was telling him that everybody. I didn't watch a lot of football.
You knew
I
Philly
told him
was most people?
But I told my son that, hey, look, that Philly was gonna win the game, because all the experts that I pay attention to said that was gonna happen, and they came out blazing.
They came out blazing. What about the halftime?
Oh, that was cool.
Half people like it, half people didn't. Amir, what
That
you
was cool.
think?
I fell asleep.
You didn't see the halftime show? You didn't watch it?
No, I missed it. I missed it.
You missed it. Okay, that was cool. You know, what I mean, it wasn't what your normal.
I thought it was really good.
It was good.
I thought it
was. It wasn't a bunch of dancing and jumping around, but it was a good little. He
it was a great performance. I thought it was a great performance.
So too. I thought so as well.
I don't know who didn't like it and why they didn't like it. People are complaining that it wasn't good. Where?
Okay, well,
it's not good at.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the people were who were complaining it wasn't any good, but it's it was pretty good. It was pretty good to me.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And also, folks, don't forget to take a look at the addmy.name. If you're one of those who want to make money while you sleep, go to admy.name. That's addmy.name, and they'll teach you how to make money while you sleep. So yeah. Anything else? I mean, because we get down to, we got a little time. We got enough time to talk about, what we're gonna do next is, which we know you don't want this, Nicole, but we're gonna be doing this show on the Sacramento Kings. After this show, we're gonna watch the game, and we're gonna talk about the game after. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do after this. But you can join in if you like. Okay. I know you want to talk about some relationships. So tomorrow, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about relationships. We're going to talk about relationships tomorrow. We're going to do a deep dive. And, what you want to talk about? How to get a woman in a half hour or how to get a man in 15 minutes, Nicole? I'm just saying.
Wait. How to get a woman in a half hour. So you can show men, you gonna show men how to get a woman in a half hour.
And you gonna show how
to get a man in 30 minutes?
Well, okay, how we're gonna talk about for men how to get a woman in a half an hour.
Okay.
And I said you gonna teach how to get a man in 15 minutes, but I guess I'll take care of that too. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of both of them. I'll take care of both of them. So we have a juicy hot topic on relationships tomorrow. How's that sound?
You're trying to learn from the double OG. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you trying to learn from the boat. Well, listen, I'm going to have to do a video, and for all those people who want to know exactly what to do, you got to go ahead and pay that $20 to get that membership to go down there to addmy.name, to go to those places where it says private and hit that, go in there so you can see all the goodies, all the get out.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to learn all you need to know about what I'm talking about. It's the easiest. Listen. This is what I don't understand about men, especially. They get a rejection, and it just kills them. I mean, just kills them. Like, what you doing, man? What you upset about? I said, because listen, anytime, let me tell you something. This is true now. Anytime a woman reject a man, it's only because she don't like herself. That's it.
Wait, what?
That's the only reason. Anytime a woman rejects a guy. Let's say, for example, a guy is cool, he's nice, he's respectful. Don't say nothing to do that, and he get a rejection. It's because she don't like herself.
Oh, what?
That's the only reason why. That's
deep.
And she wanna know why you like me when I don't like me.
Damn, is that what you're teaching them, Ted?
I'm gonna let them know that's what's going on. That's what's going on, right? Yeah.
So what do he do in that situation? Do he move on to the next woman, or do he show her how to like herself?
No, he just tell her, I understand. You see, that's the word. That's the key word right there. I understand. I understand how you feel about you. I get it. I don't no worries. I still like you. I still think you're special. And then move on. That's it. Nothing else. They don't say nothing else about it. She'll be trying to creep over there. Okay, well, you say you understand me. Well, you understand. That's the whole key. Understand me. Understand me. Yeah, I wrote a song. You want to hear it? Here it go. yeah. See, and that's what they want to know. Yeah, so okay, that's what we got for today. We're about ready to close the show. We appreciate all that tuned in. We had quite a few little eyes on us today. But yeah, we're gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna, because Nicole wants to talk relationship. That's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. We're gonna talk about relationships, and We're going to have a good time on Wednesday as well. Again, like I said before, I don't get no feedback on the comment. I mean, on the topics. The panel is supposed to be giving me feedback. They ain't giving me none of that. So we just do what we do. Yeah, we just do what we do. All right, that's what we got for today. I'm Ted King, and she's.
I'm Nicole.
And he's. Amir. Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Amir. And we're gonna talk to you all next. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace and love. Till next one.
Peace.